Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to That's That Podcast on YouTube. This slightly beat up issue here of Video Watchdog is issue number 86, $6.50 cover price, and I'll find out the year on the inside. It's got to be halfway recent. More Joe Dante's flashbacks. That's always a good article. 13 Ghosts remake on the cover. The Gamera, Spaghetti Westerns, Audition, Donnie Darko, Peter Gunn, tapes, DVDs, soundtracks, and books. Now this one, let's see what year it is. This is 2002. I might have gotten this one. I've subscribed to Video Watchdog twice. One time I subscribed and it was back when they were still doing just 6 issues a year. So I paid for 2 years, and then like right after I got my second or third issue, it started coming out monthly. So my 2 years on it being like a year and a half, and then the second time I subscribed and it just was not enjoying it as much. There wasn't as much stuff I wanted to read in here. We got this nice image here. Peter Gunn, okay. Like this, seeing a murder on television can help one work off one's antagonisms. And if you haven't any antagonisms, the commercial will give you some. Alfred Hitchcock. Who we got in the kennel this time? And Joe Dante, Dougie Winter, Richard Harlan Smith, Kim Newman, and Tim Lucas. This is Tim talking about he's getting ready to have basically is it cataract surgery? Yeah, cataract surgery. What Me Sinister Lost Vincent Price interview comes DVD. One of the issues I've already covered. They talk about this. It was shot for A&E 10 years ago. Pages Video Watchdog 11. We were proud to include an edited transcript of David D. Vall's unreleased video interview with Vincent Price as the centerpiece of a special issue devoted to the actor. Now at long last, All Day Entertainment has released that original footage and a wealth of supplements on DVD as Vincent Price's Sinister Image Collector's Edition. I would love to find a copy of that, because I love me some Vincent Price. I remember reading my interview going, that sounds really cool. And we got the Stratton story, and this is an article, a little short piece about how the Crown International Library is currently being handled by a company called Modern Entertainment, which is striking new video transfers from the original negatives in their film vaults. Some of these remastered versions have made their way on DVD through Rhino, and an attractive 69 presentation. Unfortunately, some titles have not been done in time for Rhino Ultra utilize the new presentations, hence their substandard DVD of Dorothy Stratton's cult picture Galaxina. However, when the film recently popped up on the Canadian digital channel Driving Classics, we tuned in hoping to find a new transfer to do less damage to original Panavision compositions. And where is it? Okay, here we go. Directed by William Sachs, the film's running time is always cited and printed as 96 minutes, though domestic theatrical prints and video editions always run a conspicuously shorter 84 minutes. That's 12 minutes difference. Movie's editing always had always seemed choppy and downright inept. But when one compares the two versions, the version I'm talking about on that Driving Classics was the longer version, it becomes obvious that Crown inflicted last-minute changes on the picture and simply snipped the missing bits from either the end or negative or all the 35 prints that had already been struck. Now clocking in at 94 minutes 29 seconds. It's not the full version. It restores 10 minutes 38 seconds. And nothing it restores is really super important, but it does flesh out the story. Region 2 news, Delicatessens hitting DVD. City of Lost Children. 2 more UK releases spotlight titles that have yet to receive any distribution at all in the US. A prime example of a cult movie created simply by word-of-mouth festival screens and the import DVD market without ever latching onto a major studio. Kenji Fukasaku's Battle Royale. 2002, they're talking about Battle Royale. I did not hear about Battle Royale. That's probably about, actually, you know what? That's probably the time I first heard about Battle Royale. I didn't see it until 2004. How about that? And the Sing a Song of Tai Sing. Tai Sing continues to release so many entries in its martial arts theater series that even on our monthly schedule, we simply cannot keep up. Each feature retails for $9.95 on VHS or $14.95 on DVD. Is dubbed in English and cropped from the original widescreen ratio. They include video promos and some audio commentaries. And there's a lot of these are Taiwanese martial art films. Fatal Needles versus Fatal Fist. Then we go into the videotape line, and first set is Batman Animated Series. The Legend Begins, Batman and Mr. Freeze, Sub-Zero, Batman Superman Movie, World's Finest, and Justice League Secret Origins. These are just, besides this, excuse me, if I'm right, all these are just compilations of the various series. Batman The Legend Begins, And out of all of these, my favorite's gonna be the Justice League. I love me some Justice League. Then we get 3 women in prison films coming out. We got Big Dollhouse. These are all from New Concord on DVD and VHS. These are way out of print on DVD. You can get Big Dollhouse was also known as Women's Penitentiary 1 from 1971. The Big Birdcage, which is also known as Women's Penitentiary 2 from 1972, and Women in Cages, also known as Women's Penitentiary 3, 1971. And just a little info about them. Nothing. They're all no frills, no extras. There's Roberta Collins, who did quite a few of these. There is Pam Grier in The Big Birdcage. There's a, block that out a little bit. Scene from, who is that? Didn't say. From Women in Cage. I haven't seen that one. Memoirs of Survivor. This is a forgotten post-nuke parable, an adaptation of a 1975 novel from 1981. Another one, never seen this from Anchor Bay. White Lotus Cult, and Sam the Iron Bridge, and One Armed Hero, all coming from Tai Sing. I don't think Tai Sing is even around, but back in the day, they used to use a lot of Asian cinema, like martial arts movies, stuff like that. And their stuff was expensive at first, but once like 2000 through about 2004 hit, I was finding the tapes for $5 or 2 for $5, brand new, all over the place. I got to discover stuff like oh God, what's the name of it? It's 2 films. It's Chow Yun Fat. It's like Tragic Hero and Rich and Famous. Really good stuff. I don't know where my tapes of those went to. Jess Franco and Soledad Miranda. This is Eugene Desade, limited 1,500 copies. Special features, original theatrical trailer, still in poster out, unreleased archival footage from 3 unfinished Jess Franco films, region-free DVD, unrated, uncut edition. And what company put this out? Because it ain't Video Watch Up, maybe Image? I don't know, but $30. Does that include shipping? Oh, it does. These are great. Joe Dante's Flea Pick Flashbacks. The Film Bulletin Reviews from 1969 through 1974. Joe Dante, the director, wrote for Film Bulletin Reviews for years and years. And these are just reprints, because that was a trade magazine. These are reprinting those, and he covers Puff and Stuff, which is the HR Puff and Stuff movie. The House That Screamed that I've always wanted to see, and it's easy to find on YouTube. I just need to watch it. Sounds really cool. It's isn't it Italian? Yeah, pretty sure it's Italian. It sounds Italian horror. And you get some of the Corman nurses films, Private Duty Nurses. And it also says on here more information on how to get a hold of them. Like this, Private Duty Nurses was released during the 80s by Charter Entertainment, but as now in out of print. An authorized version was issued by Platinum Productions as Young LA Nurses 3. Platinum Productions became Echo Bridge, I think, or Mill Creek. They're still around. It's got a different name. The Student Teachers. That's another one where it was released on VHS by Embassy in the 80s, along with a print. A bootleg version appeared from an unknown label under the title College Co-Eds. Then we get this. This is Von Richthofen and Brown. This is a Corman World War I air battle movie. And as far as let me see. It's never officially released on domestic video, though a bootleg entitled Battle of the Aces, derived from a poor quality UK release, has appeared on stores. And I actually have the issue of the review, and that's the name. That's The Hex with Sex, which was a porn film that's never had a home video release. And then Willard, which I don't think that's got anything besides the VHS release, which is kind of surprising because they remade it. Then we get a long article on Box Turtle, the classic Gamer on Import DVD Part 1 by Bill Cook. There's old Gamer. And it goes in a lot of detail. Gamer Box, the box, 1965 through 1968. And you got Giant Monster Gamer, aka Gamer in the Invincible, aka Gamera, which was the SF means Sandy Frank. Sandy Frank redubbed a lot of these and released them straight. Sandy Frank Film Syndication. This set was not cheap. The DVD was 4,700 yen. Rough. I mean, especially back then, basically, you set the decimal point, moved it 2 places to the left, and it gave you the price of like $47. And you got to pay shipping and all that. There's old Gamer Breathing Fire. And then what's the next one we got? We got Giant Monster Duel, Gamera versus Barugan, aka War of the Monsters, the AIP TV version, or Gamera versus, I don't know why it's like that, Gamera versus Barugan, Sandy Frank version. Is that Barugan? I'm guessing, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not the biggest kaiju person. Could LL to fill in the gaps here. Then we get another next one, which is Giant Monster Air Battle, Gamera versus Gaios, aka Return of the Giant Monsters AIP TV, or Gamera versus Gaios from Sandy Frank. And I'm assuming, yeah, the Titanic Turtle's most celebrated enemy spreads his wings in Gamera versus Gaios. It looks kind of like a messed up version of Rodan. Then we get another one, Gamera versus Space Monster Virus, aka Gamera vs. Virus, aka Destroy All Planets AIP TV. I think I've got that print. Gamera finds himself outduked when he puts up his dukes against a squid-like starship commander in Gamera vs. Virus. Oh, here we go. This is the next box. This is Gamera. It covers 69 through 80. This was $220. Back then, I mean, this is 2002. Laserdisc was, Laserdisc. DVD was still, fairly pricey, man. New film DVD would run you $30. It ain't like now where, hell, most big studio releases when they hit DVD now, unless it's a DVD Blu-ray set or something like that, $15-20 tops. This one starts off with Gamera versus Giant Evil Beast Gyron, aka Attack on the Monsters AIP TV, aka Gamera vs. Gyron from Sandy Frank. And there is probably my favorite Gamera monster, Gyron. It's got a big sword, knife as a head. And we have Gamera versus Demon Bear Jiger, aka Gamera vs. Monster X from AIP. I'm assuming the shelled one is a disadvantaged one. Porcupine-like opponent hurls himself on his back in Gamera versus Jiger. Then we get the next one, which is Gamera versus Deep Sea Monster Zegra, aka Gamera versus Zegra, Sandy Frank. And I'm guessing that's got to be Zegra. I like this. After going to the mat with every monster from A to Z, Gamera finally reached the end of the alphabet in Gamera versus Zegra. What's this one? Then we got from 1980 Space Monster Gamera, aka Super Monster. This is Kilara Mach Fumiyaki shows Kichi Kochi Maeda how to fly, and the only Gamera outing of the 80s, Space Monster Gamera. And then talking about the next issue, they're going to be covering the stuff from the 90s. We get to our DVD section. Fucking Audition. The much heralded Takashi Miike film that I am not a fan of. It's Miike, I'm not a huge fan of Miike, to be honest. I like what he does. It's just his films, it feels so long. The only one is I really thought didn't feel padded out was Wizard of Q. Audition, as I've said before, it's, how long is this thing? 114 minutes, almost 2 hours, and like to the last like 20 minutes, not much is happening. It's kind of boring. And the last 20 minutes is pretty badass. And it's kind of like Ichi the Killer, where for every 5 minutes of ultra violence, you got to keep your attention. You have like 15 minutes of just boring. And scenes that didn't need to be in the movie, that could have been cut out, but they're there. Okay, and then we got us a spaghetti western, A Bullet for the General, also known as Who Knows. This is from Anchor Bay. It's a 1967 film. Never heard much about it. I'm getting a little bit more into spaghetti westerns. I need to track down some more. Donnie Darko. This is, of course, the first release on DVD of Donnie Darko, and it just started becoming a big cult hit. For the Apocalypse, which is Lucio Fulci's bloody as hell western. Anchor Bay released, I think it might be out on Blu-ray by now. Hell of the Living Dead, which is also known as Zombies, aka Zombie Creeper Flesh. That's a Bruno Mattei film coming out from Anchor Bay. And also at the same time they're releasing Rats Nights of Terror, which I actually own, which is also known as Blood Kill. Hell of the Living Dead, of course, the zombie flick. If I remember right, it's the one where, it's the one that really rips off, I'm trying to see. One of these really rips off like Day of the Dead. Rats Nights of Terror. It's an interesting film because it's a post-apocalyptic, like Mad Max style thing. It's like this gang of roving marauders coming to the city, and they're like, oh, we're gonna get supplies, and it turns out the building they're staying in to raid for supplies is full of these killer rats. And it has this really cool twist at the end, but like, it's got a scene where this one of the gang members, his girlfriend's asleep in like a sleeping bag, because they really odd. They all decide to sleep in one room when these two start having sex, and everybody's like, get out of here, keeping us awake. It's badly dubbed. So they go off to have sex somewhere private. He leaves, and this rat like crawls up her cooch and comes out her mouth. And like there's a scene earlier when they found like a bag of flour and they're throwing it all around. And they have one member of the gang that's black, so female, and her name is Chocolate. And she's like, look, I'm white like you now. Yeah, it's and if seeing animals be harmed really gets to you, don't watch this, because it's obvious that some of these rats got killed in this film. Oh, the mummy from Hammer. I'm not a Hammer fan, but that is a cool looking mummy. This is from Warner Home Video. Is this the one that's kind of hard to find? Some of these Hammer ones in the US are hard to find. Then we get the Peter Gunn set. Set 1 and 2, each one was 400 minutes for only $40. That's not bad. Peter Gunn's one of those, you know the theme song. If you ever played the game Spy Hunter, that's the Peter Gunn theme. It's one of the shows I really want to get into. I just can't find it on any channel. Oh, from VCR we get Ruby, which is kind of like their version of The Exorcist. VCI Entertainment has given Curtis Harrington's 1977 possession shopper Ruby a digital upgrade, while the disc clocks in at 10 minutes shorter than the VCI United Home Video's old VHS tape. This letterbox DVD transfer restores roughly 95% of Harrington's intended cut, finally replacing the bastardized version prepared for the television without the filmmaker's participation. Okay, that's kind of neat. It's always neat to see stuff like that. Then we get some more spaghetti westerns from here. We get Texas Adios, which is also known as The Avenger, The Great Silence, and Companeros. Let's kill them, comrades. Okay. I like that image. That's a badass image. That's from The Great Silence. And there is old Jack Palance from Companeros. Then we get 13 Ghosts, which I really enjoy. It's one of those remakes I don't hear shit about anymore, and I need to. I've not bought it yet. It took the original 13 Ghosts and really switched it up. There's a few little plot holes in it, like Tony Shalhoub's supposed to be extremely poor, his wife's dead, and it's him and his oldest daughter taking care of the kids, but they're extremely poor, but yet they can afford a living nanny. But really neat. There's one that goes 13 Ghosts in the film. And the DVD's got all kinds of really neat extras. There's Angry Princess Ghost. There's Shannon Elizabeth trying on special glasses that in the film allow them to see the ghost. It's a really neat visual, like the set design's neat, the lighting's neat. Le Trow, also The Hole, aka The Night Watch, is Criterion, released in 1960. I don't know shit about it. I don't know a lot about French film. Then we get our Biblio Watchdog, Amnicus, the studio Drip Blood. Now, back in the day, of course, you had, your big UK horror studio was Hammer, but then you had Amicus, and the first thing I ever saw of them, I didn't know until it was Good Ways in the Film, it was a UK-made film. It's called Asylum. It was like an anthology. And it's one of those, never heard of it. And then a buddy of mine, and his parents finally got a VCR in like 80, probably, we were like 10, 11. So like 85, 86, around there somewhere, 84. They got one. They bought this movie. We must watch that movie like 20 times. Another book that I really want to read, but I got a feeling it's probably out of print and will cost a fortune. Then we get our audio watchdog for the soundtracks to The Man Who Loved Cat Dancing. And let's ride and get the best and worst for 2001. And of course we get our letterbox with, is there anybody? Randy Johnson. I don't think that's the Randy Johnson I know. Get all our letters. Nothing real big in here. And then we get an advertisement coming in 2003. Listen to this, okay. He could make a drop of water terrifying. 27 years in the making. The complete story of Mario Bava's life and careers as director, camera, and special effects artist. Interviews with more than 60 actors, co-workers, friends, and family members. The definitive study of each of his films, production histories, cast biographies, and critical analysis. Never before published photos include the only color shots taken on the set of Black Sunday. That's kind of cool. Original Bava Story Awards and artwork, some in full color. Bava's secret filmography. His uncredited works as director, camera, and special effects artist. Running commentary by Bava himself. Mario Bava, All Colors of the Dark by Tim Lucas, coming in 2003. This book got delayed and delayed because he kept on adding more into it, and I think it's huge, and it's out of print now, I think, but it's like 2012, 13, 14, nah, probably past 14. It came out, it's come out since 2010. We got our back covers, Batman animated series. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Remember, if you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. And anybody out there watching this has old issues of Video Watchdog that they don't want, contact me. I will gladly pay, $4 to $5 an issue plus a couple, $2 for shipping. I enjoy the magazine. Just, if you don't mind, if you have some, go through my videos. Just go search on my channel for Video Watchdog and make sure it ain't one I already have. But yeah, I'm looking for more issues. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.